given the fact that 2/3 of my name actually consists of AI. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm naturally so excited about using AI. I've recently done a video about using ChatGPT voice, where you can have a proper discussion and interaction with ChatGPT just by voice, but now they added yet another amazing feature called ChatGPT Vision, which basically gives ChatGPT eyes. And in this video, I want to take you through the process, show you how it actually works and how you can actually use it for yourself from a financial point of view, but also for so many other use cases in your everyday life, which is really super powerful. I think very few people actually know about this. And if you're using it for you, you can really stay ahead of the curve and benefit from it. That's the whole point of AI, right? To make our lives easier and to propel us forward. Right now, it's only available for ChatGPT Plus users, so it's around $20 a month, and it's available both on the web and on your phone, so you can also use it on the go. With this, let's get started. Right, here we are inside ChatGPT. If you're on the Plus plan, which I really recommend, it really has so many benefits. You can select ChatGPT 4 and have a number of different modules to choose from, basically. And most recently, they also added DALL-E 3. I'll show that in another video maybe. It's basically their mid-journey alternative where you can create images. They have various plugins that you can use, advanced data analysis also, which is amazing. Now finally you can use ChatGPT with internet to surf the web and get the latest info. But if you want to use Vision, then you have to go with the default one. So click that, and from here you can see already the little attach image icon, which you can click, select from your desktop, and then ask it to run any task. And actually what I want to start with is ask ChatGPT to analyze my portfolio. So what I'm going to do, head over to Dividend Watch, which is my portfolio tracker of choice. And yeah, I can see here my numbers. And what I want to do is just take a screenshot of my holdings, just like that. Head back over to ChatGPT, select a screenshot. It will take a second, upload it, and then I will basically ask it to analyze it. I could normally type the message, but I would like to speed up the process, so I'm just going to dictate it to ChatGPT, pressing the button over here, the microphone button. Please analyze my portfolio and give me your recommendations and any suggestions on how I could improve it going forward. Hit enter and see the magic unfolding. I mean, I always say I'm not a financial advisor. Well, technically neither is ChatGPT, but actually it's getting pretty close to it. And yeah, you can start seeing how it goes through. And just by taking the image, basically, it dissects it, it analyzes it, it knows the data, it can put context to it, and then in return, give you a certain analysis. So for me, again, it's just unbelievable how good of a job it does. Now, again, not everything might be perfect. You can read through, you can try it for yourself. But the fact that it's capable to do this, I mean, it's just mind-boggling, and I find it really interesting. And you can imagine how many different use cases it can have in the future. Just unbelievable. You can see here even, some of the profitable ones, big returns, big risk, unsung heroes, suggestions on how I could diversify your portfolio leans heavily into the S&P 500, which is true, actually. That's my biggest holding, even though I haven't invested for a while into it. But yeah, they said maybe another few ETFs in other emerging markets. So it knows that this is very US heavy. So you might want to diversify more, mind the tech. So I'm very heavy into tech, and it knows from my custom instructions that I'm into health and fitness. So they consider some fitness tech or wellness companies, which could be good as well. So really nice. And of course, some eternal truth, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. Now I could obviously go deeper into the details and ask it the nitty gritties about it. But honestly, as a first start, really cool. You can do that with your own portfolio, even from your phone, right? You can take a screenshot from the phone and feed it into the mobile app, and it will give you the same analysis. All right, let's try another one. Let's head over to Seeking Alpha, which is my stock researching tool of choice. So you can see here, I have here my portfolios and my watch list. So this directly links with my Interactive Brokers actual portfolio, what I have over there. So from here, always I look at it, see how the numbers are. That's kind of my view that I set up, as you can see here, with different values and so on. So quite a complex overview. But again, I want to do the same, where I'm basically going to do a screenshot of my current portfolio, which I have, paste it back into ChatGPT, and then I'm going to ask it, based on the latest numbers of those stocks that I have in my portfolio, what would be your recommendation of stocks I should be buying based on the latest data that is available for it, and give me the reasons as to why. Hit enter and let's get to work. And boom, it starts dissecting the various stocks, go through, and honestly, it just does it so well. Taking the context from a picture, being able to analyze it, and then literally almost in real time, give you the answer and reasoning behind it. Just wow. So as a starting point, definitely not bad. Again, I may not blindly follow those suggestions, and some of them I probably won't agree with, but you could also change your prompt, right? In the end of the day, the answer is always going to be as good as your prompt. Now, I ask a very generic prompt. I could say, based on the dividend stock growth over the last 5 years, give me a recommendation or different questions where I really want an answer. And once again, you could use voice, for example, right, which I've shown you in another video, or you could have a dialogue with it, and to really discuss what stock to buy. But honestly, really love that feature. All right, now let's see how it does in analyzing a graph. So here we are in realty income. I'm just going to take a screenshot of that basically and see how well it does in analyzing that particular graph. Please analyze that stock chart and let me know what you think about it and whether it might be a worthwhile stock buy or not. Realty income had a bumpy ride. Yeah, absolutely it did. In the last few months, it only went one way, which is down, but obviously we know the reasons why. But yeah, you can see it even analyzes the trend. Trend is your friend. In this case, the friend isn't sending the most positive vibes, so I really like the way it's describing it. They put a bit of humor in there. And I really like how it's saying, here's the kicker, folks. Stock charts tell a tale, but it's like judging a movie by its trailer. It's only what you see at first glimpse. Dive deeper, what's causing the dip, market sentiment, etc. There might be reasons for the dip, and long term it might reverse. While the chart doesn't paint the prettiest picture, it might be an opportunity, right? Like anything that goes down eventually might come up as well. So I really like that, due diligence is key. It's not saying black or white, and obviously it shouldn't be saying that, but it gives you food for thought to explore further. And I really love that. And you can just imagine on how many things, when you have a question, anything financially related, or you don't even understand terms, you could just take a screenshot of it, feed it into ChatGPT and ask it to explain it to you in easier words. For example, you could look at the P&L of a company and here I have the income statement. So obviously that's quite a long statement. You could screenshot the whole page or different parts of it. But let's say I'm just going to take a simple screenshot of that here, put the screenshot into ChatGPT and ask it, based on those numbers from the income statement, is it a profitable company that you think it's worthwhile to invest into? And boom, it starts going through the revenues, the cost of revenues, gross profit, operating expenses, operating income, and then bottom line. From the lens of the income statement, the company appears to be on a positive trajectory. Revenues are growing, expanding profits, and increased R&D spending spell potential. So I actually did a really good job in that because the company I asked it to analyze was Apple. So yeah, really once again, so amazing. You can see for how many things you could possibly be using it, even at your work, right? Obviously, when you ask it to analyze certain data, don't put specific guests or client names because there's also a risk of GDPR in compliance. You don't want to feed it something that you shouldn't be feeding it, but generic data that's publicly available or even in your own company, if you anonymize it without specific names, just the raw data, I think it can be super, super helpful. All right, another thing you could use it for is analyze your own budget. As you know, I have my financial tracker where I track every single month my income, my expenses, my overall net worth to see if it grows over time. So you could just go through and however you track it, you can also export your bank statements if you wanted to and feed it into ChatGPT. But in this case, I'm just going to take a screenshot of some of my expenses and see what I can do with it. Please review my budget and spendings for the last few months of the year so far and show me anything that I need to know and where I could potentially save going forward. By the way, am I the only one who says please and thank you to the ChatGPT? Let me know in the comments if you also say the same. I don't know. For me, I still want to be nice and treat it as a person almost. So you can see it starts going through here. Grab your financial flippers. We are going deep. And then it starts going through total eating out. In just 9 months, you spent 8,000 euros on dining out. So that's really a big number, obviously. That's an average of 892 euros a month. Consider cutting back there. Maybe try some home-cooked meals or meal prepping. Groceries. 5,700 euros. It seems quite reasonable. However, check if there's any overlap between high grocery costs and eating out. And I love how it ends. In essence, your finances look like a blockbuster movie. Make sure you're getting your box office returns on your investments and not wasting unnecessary sequels. It's all about the financial Oscar. So obviously I only fed it one part, which is my expenses. I didn't give it my overall income plus my overall net worth. I could do that as well. But honestly, you can see just once again the power of how you can use the vision part for so many other purposes out there. All right, let's shift gears a little bit and look outside of finances and investing, how else you could use it possibly. And one really amazing use case I've seen and I tried myself is how you can actually take a picture of your food and ask it to prepare you some meals. So guys, no judging over here. That's the current state of affairs of my fridge. It looks pretty sad. I'm really not a gifted chef or put much love into cooking. But anyway, be it as it may, that's how it looks right now. And I basically just took a picture of it and I'm gonna feed it into ChatGPT and see what it comes up with in terms of food recommendations. Based on the food that you see in my fridge, please give me some recipe or food recommendations of things that I can cook and make out of this. All right, let's see what it comes up with. Stir-fried delights, fresh veggies. Looks like we have some bell peppers, some carrots, maybe some other greens, paired with some leftover rice and noodles. Use the sauce that you got on the shelf for flavoring. Basically, it noticed the sauces over here. It saw the carrots and so on. Hearty veggie wraps. Obviously, it knows it has veggies there. Again, the bell peppers it picked on and the cheese that it saw. Well done over here, the cheese. Refreshing salad. Once again, obviously picked up on the salad over there. Dressed with olive oil and lemon juice. It picked up on the lemon as well. So that's good. Spread avocado. It even saw that I have an avocado. I mean, it's actually really back there. I didn't even realize that I still have one. So that's a good reminder. It knows that I have eggs in there. Obviously over here. So honestly, good recommendations. Somehow it keeps on picking up on Nutella. I don't have Nutella in my fridge. Nutella is the name of my dog, but sadly, I don't have it in the fridge. But yeah, anyways. From here, you could say, I want something savory, something that I can cook in the pan, etc. But once again, how cool is that? It can analyze the data of the real life scenario that you have in your fridge or elsewhere and give you some real life suggestions out of it. So for me, it's just, wow, a whole different level of intelligence. But there are also so many other real life use cases for it. For example, I have a cable over here. One, you can see USB-A type, I think it is. But then, for example, this one, I don't know, to be honest, what kind of type of cable it is. I don't know if you can see it properly, but it's kind of unusual. So if you don't know what is a cable and what it's used for example, you could take a picture of it and just ask what to do with it. What kind of cable is it and what can I do with it? Now, let's see. It will get to work and start analyzing and hopefully give us some answers. Hey my friend, that's a USB to micro USB cable. So in case you didn't know, that's actually a micro USB, which is a kind of old school type of cable. Now that might have been a very simple example, but many times, you find some plugs or be in a new country where you see a different power outlet that you have no idea about. So whatever it is, just take a picture and put it into ChatGPT and ask it, right? On the phone, you don't even have to upload it to your PC. You just literally take the picture on your phone, upload it on your phone to ChatGPT and ask it. And it's just unbelievable. The use cases are really endless. You can do the same. I don't know, if you wash something for the first time, you don't know if you can wash it and how to wash it. Just take a picture of the label and it will tell you all that you have to do with it. So it's super, super powerful for so many things, really for any use case in your everyday life also. Another cool use case, you could actually write things onto paper and ask it to help you. You could write a whole website and then ask it to code it for you. All right, so just take a picture of this. For example, this equation over here. That's really difficult. Honestly, I wouldn't know how to solve it. Long time I have been in math class, so let's take a picture of it. All you have to do like that, and then either upload it straight onto your phone, or in this case, I'm obviously going to show it on the computer. Please solve this equation for me. And boom, it will get to work, and you will see. It will start solving it. It will write it out, and it will clarify it, and it will start expanding on it. And it will come up with a solution, which basically means X is 1. I mean, it's just incredible. You could write for so many other use cases. I said you could write a whole website and it will start coding it. You can do a mind map on it and it will start analyzing it. So it's really, really powerful. All right, guys, there you have it. So many different use cases for ChatGPT Vision. Definitely start making use of it. Use it for your own advantage. It's so powerful. I could go on and on about many more. I really try to incorporate it into my life every single day and get used to it. And yeah, hopefully one day you can actually start using that and link it with DALL-E 3 creation, because then you could ask, for example, to analyze certain things, and then you could ask DALL-E 3 to create a new thing of that particular vision. Next up, check out this video over here, where I'm actually going to run you through how you can speak and talk and have a proper full-on conversation with ChatGPT. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.